Hello there! Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about the drone laws here in Japan. Lately I've been receiving messages from friends and acquaintances around the net, and they were asking about the drone laws here in Japan. Apparently, a lot of would-be visitors would like to visit and fly their drones here and take great sceneries around the land of the rising sun. So, I've been flying here in Japan for about a year, and I have learned quite a bit about the laws here in Japan. So, I decided to discuss a bit of it to you. First and foremost, it says here, you don't need a license to fly your drone here in Japan. You don't even have to register it. Unlike in other countries like the United States, you have to register. So, this is based on existing rules which were introduced in 2015. In the future, we still don't know, but as of this recording, these rules are being used. And you can come to Japan and fly your drone provided that you follow these guidelines. Number 1, fly only at daytime. Apparently, it's prohibited to fly at night. So, but there's an exception always. You have to ask for permission from the Ministry of Land and Transportation. Number 2, never fly on areas with a population density of 4,000 people per square kilometers. It automatically shuts Tokyo, Nagoya, Yokohama, Kyoto, Osaka, and other major cities around Japan to all drone flyers, because you can still ask for permission on the Ministry of Land and Transportation. Number 3 is you have to fly in velos. You should maintain a visual line of sight while flying your machine. This is somehow vague to me because you still have to look at your screen so you can see your telemetry, monitor your video feed. But anyway, perhaps it's just say this because you have to know where your drone is. Let's go to number 4. You must not exceed 150 meters altitude. Okay, so you must not go above 150 meters apparently. Sure. I'm not really sure if how would a police officer or a man authority would like to, oh, you're over 150 meters, you're violating the law. I don't know which yardstick is it going to use. Let's go to number 5. You must not fly within 9 kilometers from an airport. Again, this rule is a little vague for me. It doesn't specify which airport. International airport, local airport, mini airport, heliport. So with this, I think we have to consult the DJI map, which is readily available for all DJI users like me. But for non-DJI users, there are applications also you can download for free, and it tells you which way you can fly. Next, you must not fly over events or areas where a huge number of people gather. So it's a bad idea to fly over parades, fly over festivals, unless of course you have a permission from the Ministry of Land and Transportation. However, in this rule, you'll also need a permission from the organizers of the events. Oh, bummer. That's number 6. Number 7. You must maintain a distance of 30 meters or more away from buildings, people, transportation facilities in both land and water. I think 30 meters is okay. This is pretty good to get good footage, especially for us photographers who want closer look. Not 190 meters, not 150 meters, just 30 meters. That's good. Number 8. You must not carry explosive or any hazardous materials when you fly? I think this is self-explanatory. Let's go to number 9. You must not drop any objects from your UAV. This is encompassing everything. Object, okay? And then, lastly, number 10. There are local rules. The previous rules I mentioned were part of the national law. But according to some information, there are some local government units who introduced new drone laws in their localities. So, for example, some may have banned flying drones in their local parks. I wrote an inquiry to the Ministry of Land and Transportation that how would I know if a public park or facility or an area is not good for flying drones. And they answered back by email, which they answered in Japanese, and I have to ask for a translation from a good friend of mine. The answer says, if you are not violating the first 9 rules I told you, then there'd be no problem. However, if you are flying in a public facility like a park, it would be a good idea to ask the park office, which is a bummer for tourists, I think, because most of the people at the offices don't speak English. So I think you're gonna need the help of a Japanese friend or somebody who can speak Japanese at this point. If you are caught violating the previous 9 rules, you could be fined up to 500,000 yen. That is almost $5,000, I think. So be careful, okay? Also, some facilities have put up a sign on their entrances stating that flying drones in the area is not prohibited, but not all. Some is the keyword. So be careful. I think if you get the permit, you have to do it 1 month advance before you try your shoot test. The forms are written in Japanese, all Japanese, and you have to submit it, and you have to wait for about a month for its approval, I think. I haven't tried. I want to try someday. I'd like to share to you one experience we had. At one very instance, me and my wife and our friend Ken went to a beautiful heart-shaped man-made lake in between Saitama and Tochigi prefectures. And it's beautiful to fly, I think, I thought. And then it was not a very crowded area. It's not a no-fly zone, and there are no signs within that park that says drones are prohibited. So we thought it was okay to fly our machines. So I flew the Inspire 1, while my friend Ken flew his Mavic Pro. My wife was setting up her drone too. Initially, I realized I forgot to put the micro SD on my drone, so I had to set it back. And as I was landing it, 2 elderly men came asking, "Hey, what are you doing?" Well, they were very polite, so I answered, "We're taking pictures. This place is beautiful, so we're taking pictures." They said, "Oh, that's nice that you're taking pictures." This is in Japanese though. "But you cannot fly your drone here." Ken, our Japanese friend, also landed his drone, and we listened to the explanations of the park guards. And you know what they said? If you are a member of the NHK or a big media company, we can go to their office and ask for permission to fly. And I asked, how about us? We are just private people, private persons, private individuals who are making videos of our great experiences here in Japan. Can we ask permission? And then the elderly park guard answered, "I don't know about that." But anyway, I think they saw our disappointment, so they suggested that part of the park can be used for flying drones, and they gave us a map. Unfortunately, the park is too huge, and at that place, I would suppose that we cannot get the footage of the beautiful lake. So what's the point? First flight with Ken is not good because you were asked not to fly on this part. It could have been a nice flight with this one. So that is all for this video. Come to Japan and enjoy flying. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.